What's up, everybody? Josh here. Just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes. A week or so ago, I put up a meme by Abraham Maslow, or I had Abraham Maslow quote on it. If you're not familiar with Abraham Maslow, he was a psychologist. Maslow's hierarchy, you might be familiar with the idea that all human beings have a certain hierarchy of needs. And if the most basic ones are not met, they're never going to move on to the further needs. Most basic, starting obviously with the things of survival, food, shelter, um, and then from there to like relational needs, psychological needs. And the pinnacle, Maslow felt, was what he called self-actualization. And that was for a man or a woman to become all that they can be. So to fully realize their potential as a unique individual, given who they are and the gifts that they have to offer the world through their work. And I shared that meme with y'all. It said, in any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety. And of all Maslow's work that I've read, that quote leaps out at me. It resonates very deeply with a way that I've long lived my life and approached my life in the world. Always feeling like every day, in small things and in big things, we are faced with a choice, and that is to embrace the way that's going to lead to our further development and growth as human beings, or to take the comfortable and the safe route, to stick with what works up to this point, or to stick with a path that will not involve us in any further risk or vulnerability in the world. And that's often the path we choose instinctively. And it's the path that the majority of people end up settling into over the course of their life. We continue to grow old physically, but most people psychologically and spiritually stop growing at a certain point. And many people probably that you know have not actually grown in years. And you see this. You don't have to meet with many people to notice this. And it's because we choose the way of safety, and we choose the way of security. We choose the way that's comfortable. We choose the way that doesn't involve us in any further risk to our own mental, emotional, or even physical safety. What's unfortunate about this is the place of vulnerability is the only place where we grow. It's the only place where we are able to accomplish our work in the world, where we're able to change the world, where we're able to affect other people in a way that will spur them to their own kind of growth process. And every day, whether we realize it or not, in everything that we face, in our interactions with our loved ones, our family, our friends, and the big decisions that come to us in our life, our path, we are constantly being faced with these two options. Am I going to step forward into growth, or am I going to step back into safety? So one of the big things that I like to try to provide people that I know, people who are in my life, in my immediate circle to begin with, family and friends, but then other people that I meet with along the way, and those who might be involved in a group like this one, who are interested in some form of coaching or mentorship in their life, is to provide an outside voice affirming them in the choices that they make to step forward into growth. Because most of us, let's be honest, we need affirmation from someone else. We need a voice there telling us that, yes, we can do it. We need someone there encouraging us to take the risk wisely, with prudence. We need those honest voices in our life, but who will affirm us as we seek to not just always step back into safety, but as we seek to grow, as we seek to go on, as we seek to discover why it is we're here in the world and live into that purpose. And so that's kind of the main thing that I want to provide for you all here in this small little way. And for anybody that I coach and deal with on a more regular, professional basis, is to be that voice saying, yes, the way of growth is worth it. It will involve you and a certain amount of risk. It will require you to be vulnerable, and you should take precautions, and you should do that as you're able to do that. But if you want to grow up and if you want to go on, you will have to inch out into a place of vulnerability. You will have to become that man or woman who enters the arena and who risks the failure and the rejection and the pain and the susceptibility to being wounded that allowing ourselves to be vulnerable with the world necessitates. So whatever you're facing today and whatever choices are before you, I encourage you, be wise, take all things into consideration, know yourself, but take the way of growth whenever you can and whenever you are able to do that. And if I can help you in any way beyond just these little videos and memes and occasional posts, then reach out to me and I would love to do that. All right. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you later.